Hi, you guys. Man, it's gonna be kind of a messy start, but we just gonna do it. We just gonna do it. Welcome to the I May Destroy You episode 6. Dang, y'all, we halfway through the season. We blowing through here fast. Episode 6, Dissection. I am your host, JustLatasha. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, I see I already going off in the chat. Thank you so much for throwing them hearts in there. This is a love room. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone who joined me yesterday live on the Interaction Sketch Comedy Instagram page. It was game night. Shout out to my boy Jameer Pons. We played games on the Instagram page. It was hella fun for an hour. Shout out to everybody who came there. Follow the show page, INNR Actions on both Instagram and Twitter. Thank you to my patrons. So much of you are in the room tonight. I see you guys. Thank you to my moderator, the Shia Podcast, as we love and as we know Laura. What's up to Laura? Y'all ready? I see y'all going. If you are not a Patreon, reconsider that decision like right now. Like reconsider that decision like right now. Okay? All right? We go live, me and my patrons, every Sunday for Boozy Brunch Sundays, $5 to join that tier. Last Sunday of the month, VIP Boozy Brunch, goes up where you guys get to talk to me in real time and we broadcast together to everyone else. That's fire. If there's any screenwriters in the room, I am doing one-on-one script feedback, script consultations on my Patreon as well. And of course, the biggest gift that I can offer is the feature film dissection. This month is Parasite. Shout out to everyone who joined me last month for the Hereditary. For the Hereditary dissection. So Wednesday, June 29th, we will be going together, talking about the movie in real time, dissecting a full-length feature film in real time. Join that on Patreon. We have so much to cover tonight. I don't want to waste no time. Whew, it's gonna be a wonky start. Y'all forgive me, because there's something here I didn't quite set up right the way I wanted to, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, we have so much to do tonight, so let's do it. All right. Look at that. You see how messy? You see how messy? Oh my God, look at me. Look at me. I don't know what to do. How do I get out of here? Okay, here we go. I be doing it so cute sometimes, and then sometimes I just, it goes crazy. Oh my God, you guys, this is the worst. This is really the worst. Look at me. Oh, what a mess, huh? What a mess. Me. All right, we're here. Let's get started. Episode 6, I May Destroy You. This is called The Alliance. Welcome. Second shot as the show opens up. We have Kwame's monster. We face Kwame's monster. It's almost like it transferred, right? From Arabella's jacket to Kwame's imagination, his creativity, what comes forth. He's in that red danger zone. He's painting his own monster there. And you see each of them painting their emotional states, which is really, really, really telling. Terry's painting this powerful superhero Black girl. But I don't know if y'all noticed, her eyes were closed. The superhero's eyes were closed, and we're going to get ready to talk about that. Arabella, who's not even present, right? But she's painting this girl with a wound. She has a wound on her body, and it's similar to the anatomy poster, the same color scheme, the kind of the same format, the anatomy poster she has in her bedroom that kept falling every time she came across this sexually violent situation. Thank y'all. Y'all being so kind to me with my technical difficulties. Nigga, we made it. We trying, mother effers, we trying. God dang. And Arabella's not even present because she's found a new distraction. The therapist was like, yo, you should paint to like help yourself. And she's like, niggas ain't even in the pain, you know what I mean? But then she starts painting and she happens to paint with her abuser. And now this just ain't hitting no more. She's found something else to replace that. So she on the phone diving into her notifications all across her socials, being the poppin' savior girl, being the face of sexual assault, right? The hero, the shero. And so now this painting situation is probably it's probably morphed into a new trigger. This is just totally hypothetical on my part, but like, maybe painting just don't hit no more because last time she was trying to do that to heal, she was in a dangerous situation, right? And if you look at these three paintings, these are the three colors that have followed us throughout the entire episode. These three colors let us know the emotional state that our characters are in, the emotional state that we should be in as an audience. And let's take a look. We have Terry's superhero yellow, which represents safety. We have Kwame's danger/violent red, representing the monster. And we have cool blue, right? This very neutral color, which is Arabella. She's in between her assault and her healing. She's kind of found this neutral place, but still very much dealing with that wound, right? And if y'all notice back there, that little void in that graffiti on that wall, y'all notice that? I see you, Zoe. Zoe be coming in here checking me. She said, Latasha, you see the void? We see it. We see the void. Super Amy says, I mean, Terry isn't a mind reader and she seemed pretty preoccupied with worrying about Arabella. Well, let's talk about it. You are exactly right, Super Amy. Terry cannot see that Kwame and Arabella are aligned. Look how he's perfectly aligned right in front of her painting and matching. Look how she's right behind his painting with her red goggles, and they embody each other's wounds. Isn't that like visually stunning? How much you can reveal story through visual, right? Trini boy, what's up, Damien? Kwame was very dismissive at what Terry was saying. I don't know if it was dismissive. The therapist said one of the side effects after assault is that numbness, right? He emotionally cannot connect. He doesn't have the emotional power to step up and be present for Arabella the way Terry is requesting, because he is dealing with this huge monstrous wound that's living inside him, and he didn't even confide in either of them. As far as he's concerned, he's a lone wolf. He is all by himself, right? And this is something interesting that we can learn from this very moment right here, like what Terry is doing. Even as good people, as good friends with good intentions, we never know at the end of the day who's a victim and who's not, right? And she's been saying these really wrong comments to him in the ignorance, in the blindness that he has gone through something like that. She looks at Arabella and she's like, yeah, this guy over here, strangers are okay for him. He's the king of grinder. And I think last episode she was like, yeah, you go fuck anyone, don't you? Blah. And he's like, okay, damn, like, like that don't feel good. That don't feel good. And so Kwame right now, he's just not getting it. He's really not getting it. And he is embodying, the numbness, that phase that Arabella went through. And that's still kind of present in this episode. And she's explaining to him this thing that he's actually going through. Our nervous system shut down to safety mode. This is all he got, right? This is bear. I'm going to be doing a lot of London slang tonight because I'm feeling myself. You look at me, I think I learned something, right? I'm going to say it, and please don't be scared, y'all. Please don't be scared. I'm worried about Terry, and here's why. I'm worried about Terry, y'all. It be these pops of red. I don't like the way they near her. Look at that. Look at that. I don't like the way they near her. Look how she aligns in front of Kwame's monster. She's in front of it. It's right behind her. Please let Terry be safe. We don't need another one. Look at that. Look at that red by Terry. It's like, it's coming. It's coming. It's like kind of getting around her. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right. Whew, Marichi says Terry is also not picking up on the fact that he's acting strangely. They missed it with Arabella for a long time. You're absolutely right. They're missing it, right? Let's get into our girl Theo, Theodora. Oh, look at her colors, y'all. It looks like this t-shirt, the color of this t-shirt. It's looking like real old blood, because we remember when we see blood on the body, especially coming from Arabella, right? We have that bloody wound on her head. We had her period. We think of the color red meaning danger in this series. It's a bold color theme in this series. So when you have red and it's dark like this, is it aged? Could it be aged possibly? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look over to the left. I look over to the left. And we get back to our color schemes, right? I've red, yellow, and blue color themes. We are going to be, from this point on, playing with levels of safety and violence. We will be violent, or we will be safe, or we'll be right in between. We're going to go to those levels all episode. And so like last episode, I believe the theme in this one as well is the full circle. We're completing cycles in this episode. And even when we open up with this shot right here, right? They're kind of like spinning in a circle, like it's kind of opening in this like weird cyclical panning. And then we open wide, right? Bow, we get that circle again, right? So I want to take a look at how these window panels are positioned behind Theo. You can see clearly at the top. You can't see clearly at the bottom. There's a level there that's not quite transparent with this character. There's some kind of secret or some kind of blockage that she's not letting us get through. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't trust her. I don't trust. I see, yeah, Theo's complicated. Sister Punk says the way Theo's body was blocking the exit, the dread, no escape. KS says Terry did not even ask Kwame if he was okay, obviously not being himself. Sometimes we miss it, and I'm sure we've done it to our own friends in our real life. There's something going on. They may be a little more quiet, or maybe we're so caught up in what we want to do that we completely trample the consciousness of someone who's right in front of us, and we don't know that we're doing it. Ooh, all right, Theo, here we go, Miss Theo. I like the way they positioned the child toys behind her. This is something in her past, and I think this let us know we've located her trauma. We've located the moments of her trauma, and we learn at the end of the episode that something happened to her when she was 7 years old, right? And so if we look at this cycle, if we look at the full circle, the way everyone's sitting around, Theo and Arabella are on the opposite ends of the cycle. We see Theo sitting fully in the light, and we see Arabella in the shadow. It seems like Arabella, she's looking to this woman for answers, for healing, for validation. And Arabella's just got more work to do. She's got more work ahead of her. She needs to get up to the point where she thinks Theo's at. Thinks. Okay. Kay said Theo's storyline as a child scared me. Nina says Theo epitomizes the saying that hurt people hurt people. The F word, what's up, JR? Yeah, and it was hard to focus on him when Arabella is going through things so publicly. Oh, that was a defense for Terry. You kind of miss Kwame because Arabella just had this huge moment and this big story amongst their friends. So yes, absolutely. We done brought that ache and breaking heart with us, didn't we? Arabella done brought it right with her. This heart and pain, this aching heart and pain. And Theo was sitting right between some red chairs and Arabella's pain team. All right, I'm being mad corny, right? Her pain team. That's bad, son. That's bad. That's bad. So I had to ask a question about Theo because I'm not sure what she's giving. Okay. I'm really not sure what she's giving. Is this saying, and if we know that little truthful switch at what happened at the end of the episode, this sentence will make sense to you. Is Theo the danger, or is Theo the answer Arabella needs in this specific time? Right? We don't know if she's a danger or she's the painting. Is she the red or is she the broken heart? Which one is she? She's right in between the two. And something's so weird about the way she delivers this welcoming. I promise I'm a lovely woman. Just get to know me a little, huh? How about it? Ma'am, you are welcoming survivors. These women are coming to you for a collective. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be recognized. And this welcome is so stoic. It's robotic. It's not warm. Spitting it out at these survivors, right? Just kind of, ooh, ooh. Shy Podcast says she thinks Theo is the answer. All right. Corinthia says, Theo's shirt has a reddish tint. I think she's the danger. We split. We split. Yo, I'm split too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm split too. Okay. CJ says, rehearsed icebreakers, people repeat word for word, always make me cringe. That intro was very, oh no. Let's take a look at our girl right here, right? She's in muted tones. She matches the background. And we've seen this before. We've seen this in the last episode when she felt like nothing. And she just kind of meandered through the scene and just, she's there, right? But she has like this dark red, this burgundy, this wine colored, it's, colored scarf on her head, covering up was what was once her power. That bald head was her power, right? She became the bullet last episode, and now it's covered up. And it's so ironic that it matches Theo, right? And I want to pay attention to that dark hole in the corner, right? Like there's this void. And she matches this background to the T. There's this void going on behind her. So now in this conversation here in this survivor's room, and we're gonna have it right here as well. Survivors have to recognize that they can't be their own abuser, right? They can't gaslight themselves. They know something is wrong. They know something happened to them, but whoever violated them did something so minuscule that it was hard to explain. It was the hand on my knee, the hand on my back. It's like the way he stares at me, the way he makes me feel. And sometimes when you're trying to explain that out loud, people are like, are you all right? Are you making that up? Are you mad? You mad? Bear mad? Right? Now there's been a lot of windows, there's been a lot of doors, there's been a lot of transparent surfaces, and realize that unlike the few episodes that we've seen before, Arabella in this episode has no reflection. Did anyone notice that? No reflection. She was having all those battles with her identity, with her duality, with her safety, right? Rary says maybe maroon represents danger that's disguised as a friend. Ooh, Shy Podcast is bad vexed. That's right. Laura's actually in London, so she can confirm bad vexed. All right, so Arabella has no reflections here, and she's directly in the middle of these two pains. Again, this question pops up. Is she in danger? Or has she found a safe space? Has she found the answer in this survivors group? She's right in the middle of these two options. And notice next to her, there's this empty chair. We're gonna get back to the empty chair because it comes up. This is a full circle episode yet again. It comes up, okay? So I'm gonna have a question coming up for y'all very soon. Arabella and Theo have this deep emotional connection now that they've reconnected from their childhood. We see Arabella shoving that pain down once again, and we have this big moment where they hug. And this hug is so loaded and it's so heavy and it's so charged because Arabella could look square in the eye at someone that's gone through what she's gone through, understands it, has found some sort of peace with the history of it, or so she says. Or so she says. So this hug means everything to Arabella. She's seen and confirmed in this moment. So I have a question for y'all. I do have a question for the audience. Here we go. Why do you think Theo and Arabella are divided? Why do you guys think they appear in two different window panes? Against my window pane. This is me stalling because I have a 20-second lag. Is rolling, oh, it's driving me insane. Bye. I'm going down. Ooh, audience question for the audience. Why do you think Theo and Arabella are divided right here? They just hugged and they emotionally connected, but we see them. The F word says two different intentions. Yamkela Gray, experiences are not the same. Two different realities by Cleve Lowe. Sister Punk says they're seeing each other from different perspectives. Zoe, I think Arabella is struggling with the intersection of race and gender. I don't know who you are, but you're fucking good. You are fucking good. Super Amy says, I didn't see Arabella and Terry bully Theo. They did shout some things. I didn't see Arabella and Terry bully Theo. Oh, they did. Oh, we gonna get to there. Okay, I was like, what happened? Simone says two different truths. Light Mission, I'm gonna come back to your comment. I'm gonna come back. Let's meet Theo. Let's go back in the day. Theo is coming in from home, from outside somewhere, smelling like outside. Look how dark her room is, right? Look how completely dark her room is. She's doing something she ain't supposed to do. Let's start there. Let's really start there. But as soon as her brother comes in and it's time to play big sister, the light. All of a sudden, the light. Guys, this light on Theo represents the mask. When the light comes on, that's when she's putting on a front. When the light emulsifies Theo, that's when she's putting on a front. Here's her in the truth. Here's her in the lie. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold it. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Okay. Let's meet Theo's family. We have the stepdad, Martin. We have the baby, who's possibly Martin's actual kid. We have the mama. She is physically and emotionally disconnected from her family. Literally has a wall up. Literally has a wall up. They only can see a portion of who she actually is. Now, I want to take a look at the mom. Y'all see it? I see y'all going. Y'all see it? The mother is next to the blinds, which when you see stripes like that, it can definitely have meanings of imprisonment. But she's the only one who's sitting by sort of a reflected portion of the table, right? You don't see it from Martin, the stepdad. You don't see it from the son. Theo ain't even at the table. But the mama is in the light somewhere where it makes a reflection. They are so smart. These producers, these directors, they're so smart, right? And her reflection is not as we've seen it as left and right. Her reflection is top and bottom, meaning something's beneath the surface. There's something under there that we're not addressing, right? When did we see those two different visuals for Theo in that room? Clear up top, foggy on the bottom. There's something beneath the surface. There's something happening that we don't quite know about, right? Right? Don't do it. Don't do it. And here we go. Theo, as a child, gaslighting her own mother, leaning into the lie that she's been home all night, anchoring the little brother who knew she wasn't home all night, anchoring his cute, innocent, honest, naive little answers to pigeonhole her lie. And what an incredible moment for this to happen, because we just saw her confirming that these survivors shouldn't gaslight themselves. They should believe their own truths, going right into her childhood, where she's gaslighting her own family. The duality. The duality. Suji Chick says that boy literally is always wearing or carrying red. Good eye. Great eye. Great eye. Mara Cheese says she's pretending to be something she's not for stepdad. Martin, I just wanted to be with you, Martin. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie to you, Martin. Martin. I'm sorry, Martin. Sorry to do it to you. We back to our theme colors, right? Neutral, cool, blue. Let's start easy. Let's do something cute. This is where we're starting. We're starting from a cool, neutral place. Barao into the shadows. Red striped hair. Huh? Huh? Who the danger now? I want to talk to you guys about the 180 rule in filmmaking. This is a rule you never, ever, 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 ever break. When you film people, you have to stay on one side. If you guys see me from this side in the scene, for the entire scene, you will have to see me from this side. Until you know how to break the rule, which they did immaculately here because it means something. It doesn't mean they sloppy filmmakers. It means they did it with intention. They flip to the other side. See, now usually when you watch something like that for the audience, if you keep flip-flopping, it's disorienting because we only have a 3-wall view, like watching TV or watching a screen. We only have a 3-wall view. And if you keep flipping where our view is meeting these people that are staying stagnant, it's very disorienting and we lose consciousness on where everything is and what's happening. Very disorienting. So when you do break this rule, it's just like this. There's a reason why we flip from here to the other side of that door. Because baby's got a little darkness. Baby's got a little secret. Kissing with her eyes open like she's crazy. Kissing with her damn eyes open. Sister Punk says, conniving evil girl. Mara Cheese says, those text messages said a lot. She thought she had a whole romance. She thought they had a whole She was about to say, I love you. And said, see you later. How dark are we talking? How dark are we talking? There is another side to this Theo girl to discover. Now let's escalate. They run up the stairs, bow. Let's escalate to yellow. Back to our theme colors, right? Bow, going on to red. Danger, safety, hazard, zone, unsafe. Look at that red sign on that door and they going right into it. Let's get into some danger. Let's get into some danger, right? We need to speak about duality because these two characters are so loaded in mess. So loaded, right? Now, little Ryan, our little black friend here, little Ryan was wilding. Let's be clear. Little Ryan was doing the most, okay? He was really, really, really doing the most. He goes right here, and this is assault. This is another type of assault. The consent is having sex. She did not consent to her pictures being taken during a sexual act. She did not consent to that. This is a violation. This is a sexual assault. He's taking nude photos of her without her knowledge, without her consent, and he's crossing that boundary. Look at that red back there. Ryan being an assaulter. Being the danger. Well, hold up, because we got a little something for you too. But ow. Big vex. Big vex things there. I'm not even going to apologize. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Big vex things. Ryan is a danger. Well, so is she. What's up? So is she. Look at that red right next to her. We see each other. We see each other. Okay? Okay? We have different light panels. She's, again, standing in the light. Him standing in front of that wooded panel, right? Because in this moment, they're playing to different levels of harm to each other. He does something to her, so she's going to flip it. She's going to flip the script back into her power. However, here, Ryan is gaslighting her, acting like her anger is unjustified and unwarranted, acting like she's doing too much. He's weaponizing her sexual history against her. Well, all these other dudes hit it and took pictures. I saw one of them myself. You mad? Yeah, she has a right to be mad. It don't matter how sexual she's been. If it's no with you, then it's a no. Period. Purr. Poo. Purr. That's it. And he feels like he's allowed to violate her because everybody else did it too. I hate that whole saying, I kick you when you're down. If you don't respect yourself, how are you going to expect everybody else to respect you? Who doesn't respect somebody who already don't respect themselves? Who jumps in on that? Losers. Right? And he treats her as if her promiscuity absolves her of sexual protection. Yeah, how you doing it anyway? We might as well. No, we might as not. Nothing. If the answer is no. Question for the audience. Question for the audience. Okay. Well, if you want a nude, I sell a bit if you buy a bit. Oh, I'm celibate, all right. You buying a bit? Do you guys think her requesting payment gives to her power or diminishes her points? You guys think her turning this into sex work, you owe me, is that powerful? Or does that blur the lines a little bit? Let's see what y'all talking about. Nafisha's daughter says, simple as that. Why men can't get it? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Thank you, Shy Podcast, for chatting up the Patreon link. Thank you so much. Money says gives her power. Sister Punk says profiting off a glorified abuse to gain agency is questionable. DJ says this early 90s, I presume they are indestructible. Are you speaking about the flip phones? Swag City says she thinks it gives her power. All right, Nafisha's daughter says she's trying to take some control back. As Christine said, it's also sad as hell. Ooh, they're children. They are children. They are children. Yes. Other F word says, it doesn't start on a stable consensual ground, so no. All right. All right, y'all spoke about it. Ponder on that. We are going to move right along. Let's get back in the classroom. We see our theme colors pop right back up, our reds, our blues, our yellows. This classroom might be dangerous or it might be safe. We don't know. We're going in between the lines here, right? However, so where was the danger that Theo had? Where was that? What was that red stripe pointing to? I got a little Irish. I don't know what I was aiming for, but bear tings. This is how Theo's dangerous. She assaults Ryan's safety. That red and that blue. She assaults Ryan's safety by lying about sexual violence. She weaponized her whiteness to cause harm to a Black boy. Now, if we want to talk about the alliance, the title of this episode, where do white women align? With race. It will always be their race first before they ever align with their womanhood and with their femininity. They will always choose their race first. That's where white women will align. That is the alliance. Whew. Courtney, we did skip over the bathroom because we are on a time schedule. We're on a tight time. We can't do everything. We got to do the big things. Big things, Dad. Okay. Aaliyah say that. Aaliyah Thomas said something her mother taught her, and let's get into that. These racists will not die with their grandparents. These white feminists will not die with their grandparents. Nothing dies with the grandparents. They learn and they continue the patterns, doing what a mama did, right? Right, and we're going to confirm that at the end of this episode. So here we go. This is the third time we're seeing blood on someone's body. Third time. Let's talk about the blood on Theo. Totally different from how we saw blood on Arabella's body, right? compared to Arabella's head wound or her period. Even that wound she painted on her sketch, that little painting she had, right? Theo imposed violence on her own body to frame a Black boy, to frame him. She is a danger to herself, and she is a danger to Ryan, the red, the blood. And if there wasn't photo evidence, goodbye, Ryan. I mean, his whole life. His whole life. Thank you for the trigger warning, Shy Podcast. She get it from her mama. Yes, yes, yes. Right? Here goes Ryan. Look at all those theme colors right there in front of him. He was the danger. He's also a victim. And who's going to save him? Look at that bright yellow mug. Who will save Ryan? He needs a hero right about now, right? He needs that shero right about now. Let's get to recess. They was thrown down in the back and nobody batted an eye. Look at this girl on the ground. She got knocked out and no one looks her way. No one helps. No one cares. While squad up front are in action to fight for Ryan, to protect Ryan. Zoe asked a question. Now here's my question. Where does the alliance form? When Theo's picture is taken? When she takes back control by tossing his phone? When Ryan's future is jeopardized? Or when she calls them monkeys? D, all of the above. Form? It is. Lauren B says, interesting to explore the white working class in the UK and in London as it has mainly Black and Asian people in some areas like the Tower Hamlets where Michaela grew up. You saying a whole lot of things I don't know. Hamlets. I'm hungry now. So we got this whole fight in the back. No one's batting an eye, juxtaposed with this conversation of this discovery that Ryan is innocent. The blood is the lie. The blood is the lie. Look at this red backpack heading towards this poor sweetness on the ground. Just got her ass beat. The blood is the lie. The blood is ever present, right? And Arabella goes into such a poignant dialogue right here. All the Black girls know. So the teacher want to shed a tear over Theo's blood, but if I sneeze, I'm aggressive. But you know what, matter of fact, if me as a Black girl in that classroom, if I would have cried, my tears would have been weapons of mass destruction. Weapons. Where do Black girls find peace? Where do our heroes come in? Where does that white tear fall for us? But these are crossed lines. All of this is very crossed lines. They are collectively, consciously ignoring the victim of violence right behind them. No one, not even squad, no one is coming to her rescue. And I think there's so many layers here, and we could bring it back to how Terry is not picking up on Kwame, how Kwame's not confiding in Terry or Arabella, how Arabella can't use a hug from her friends the way she's found in Theo. How do women assault or fail each other, right? And here we have Marcus. He's the one who discovered the evidence, but he ain't allowed to help. If a Black man steps up to help another Black man who's accused of a stab and assault, call it a stab and jab, right? He's easily going to be under the jail cell too, because it's 2 Black men against 1 white woman. The power is misaligned. Marcus said, not me and not today. So here we go. Arabella and Terry step up to help Ryan. And we can ponder on this question as well. Are there ways that men fail each other? Are there ways that men are not allowed to help each other? Is that an assault? Is that lessons of assault, right? Nina Shuchuk says, how did the alliance deduce? I love me a good deduce. How did the alliance deduce just from the photos that Ryan could not have threatened Theo into sex? I was confused about how they knew that. Did I miss something? You didn't. It's for the sake of the story. And actually, I was wondering that too. I was like, did they see like there was no knife? Did they see, does she just look like she's into it? Does it like, how did they deduce? I agree with you. But for the sake of the story, it was deducted. Um, Christine says, I was so irritated by young Arabella and Terry ignoring the sister injured in the background, but caping for the black boy who was trash. They didn't know he was trash. All they knew is he is innocent, right? And that was the thing that Gayle King was trying to display in her interview with Leslie WNBA, Leslie Jones. That's wrong. Leslie, oh my God, my brain really goes blank at these times. Gayle King, journalist, interviewing Leslie from the WNBA about Kobe Bryant's sexual assault charges back in the 90s, right? It was super soon after we lost him in that tragic helicopter incident. And one of the things that she pointed out to Leslie was that you wouldn't see it. Leslie was like, well, listen, I never saw that. Kobe was, Lisa Leslie, thank you. My brain is, I have so much information here that it cuts everything else off. Lisa Leslie was like, Kobe is my friend. He would never, I know him as a wonderful father, friend, human being. And Gayle had to stop her and say, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it. He would show it to the victim specifically and make sure he shows you something else. It builds trust, it grooms, right? So these friends don't know he's trash. They don't know what happened upstairs in that safety art room. They know he ain't shank and jank. That was it. So let's move on. We bring back our safety color, yellow. Terry and Arabella, hand in hand, conjoined, will be the hero that Ryan needs. They will be the safety that Ryan needs. Now I want to go back to something. I want to show y'all something. Let's see if this works. I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to keep an eye on this beautiful yellow, hand in hand, versus this shot. Arabella breaks the joint healing. She breaks it. She tends to this alone versus when her and Terry are conjoined, walking through those doors together. Versus making sure her friend is right there near her. And remember in the beginning, Terry tried. And it was very important to Arabella. She put that guard up and blocks Terry from coming. No, you can't come with me. Deciding to step through these doors on her own. Right? Deciding to step through these doors on her own. That was that empty chair in the beginning. Specifically not bringing Terry, specifically not bringing her. Isn't that sad? Isn't that so sad? Isn't that so sad? Game over, whore. Game over for you. All right, Theo's a liar. Theo's a liar. You're a liar, baby. Low score, okay? And y'all know I'll be going in for my numerology. Her score is 324, which equals 9. 9 represents the complete cycle. We have come full circle yet again. Have we discovered the truth of Theo? She is a liar. She puts up fronts and forms and masks to work to operate within the world. Have we come full circle? And again, when she's caught, she is absolutely emotionless. Oh, Suji Chick says something I love. Arabella's holding her own hands, self-soothing, versus holding her friend's hand, right? Right, you see, she's alone this time. She's absolutely alone. She is emotionless as a victim in the past, as a child, just as emotionless today as the hero. What the hell is wrong with Theo? She's a racist. Ladies and gentlemen, and my non-binary babies. What the hell was that? And Ryan's life was about to be ruined, and she just gets to walk home scot-free with an escort. That's her punishment, is to go home early. Ryan's life was about to be gone. And she goes home bare mad. MM says something terrible happened to Theo because this behavior in a child is scary. Nina says, Theo playing Snake on that phone took me back though. I thought you was going to make a metaphor about the snake. She is a snake in the grass. I don't know, but Snake is fire. Snake the game is fire. Shout out to Squad, the Alliance. We got blood ties. Blood ties. The blood was the lie. Now we got blood ties. Well, go on now. Let's look at Dad. We got to speed it on up, y'all. Let's look at Dad. The hell is up with Dad? Martin, please, right? Our theme colors are back, our red and our blue, the cool and the violence. I estimate this is old Dad's chair. This gotta be first Dad's chair, right? And new Dad is sitting in it. Huge duality, huge dichotomy. Look at that. And it's a wound of the family sitting right in the middle of their home, that big wound. Look at new, cool, neutral, down to earth Martin trying to fit in with this family and just not understanding what the hell going on. Sitting amongst all that violence, all that pain that is going unspoken. Well, right here, we believe that Theo was sexually assaulted by her dad at just 7 years old until it's revealed. Just kidding. Just joking. Mama made me lie, and that's why my dad is gone, and I'm angry. And that's why she's been treating her mom like crap since we met the family, right? Even though they share the same room, they share the same space, they are never seen in the same visibility. Whenever we focus on the parents, Theo gets blurry. Whenever we focus on Theo, the parents get blurry. She is never aligned with wherever they're going, with wherever they're at, right? Theo is a casualty of her mother's plan. Something happened to the mama and the original dad. And she anchored Theo for the lie. The way Theo used her little brother, she anchored Theo for that lie. And it's affecting Martin. It's affecting Theo. The mama looked crazy. She didn't get her roots dyed in about 2 weeks. Her allowance about to dry up. And now Martin is here affected by the family wound. So we are looking at how more people fail each other, how women fail each other, how mothers fail daughters, how wives fail husbands, the ways we are unable to show up for each other. Terry and Arabella cannot show up for Kwame, or he doesn't allow them to. Kwame can't show up for Arabella because his wound is too heavy. The squad against the squads, right? Oh, what a mess human beings make. What a mess. Sister Punk says, so sad. He is the wound, but also trying to heal the wound of this family. This family is the wound. Kiara Leon, what up, Kiara? Says, look how she's standing over him, overpowering, controlling the narrative, right? Right? Somebody says something cool right here. Kaylin Glenn says, mom teaches her to lie and she teaches her brother to lie. The cycle continues. The cycle continues. Lauren B says, daddy's little girl, impact of absent dad on daughters. Daddy issues, as some would say. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we're missing a color. Oh, we needed our hero. Enter the superhero who saves Martin and saves Theo, offering them comfort. Come on, superhero, we all need it. And bring us back up to speed. We have Theo now in muted colors compared to the way we saw Arabella their first session. Theo's now in muted colors versus that heavy dark red from earlier. Is everything we know about her a lie? Is Theo a threat? Hypothesis, just hypothesizing. And we're coming back to this full circle. We're landing on the same icy opening speech, her next session. It's giving psychopathy. It's giving psychoses. It's giving psychotic. It's giving unstable. It's giving mass destruction. It's giving with these muted colors and the reposition of this dollhouse, right? Is she emotionally detached from the truth of her childhood? Was she ever a victim? She makes sure to say in this setting with these survivors, I am a victim. I've been abused. Violence has happened to me. She introduces by saying, I stand with you. This is what this space is for. I relate. But we learned that it didn't happen twice. It didn't happen twice. Question for the audience before we head on out. Kiara says it's giving terrorists. And then says it's giving very much danger. Question for the audience. How do we feel about her speech now compared to the way she gave it the first time after everything we've learned? How do we feel about this second speech? Pish Posh, my cousin Ashley, what's up? Says no, she's a liar, so she has to add that joke at the end to make everybody feel comfortable. I'm lovely, I promise. But she does change sometimes. She gives real hugs. We've seen that white tear well up in the eye for Arabella's pain. She hugged Arabella. There's something there, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it really is not there. All right. Lauren B says, maybe the episode is teaching us as the audience about how we tend to judge rape victims when in fact the full picture of their stories are never fully known by anyone, just them. Dun, 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 dun. LB says she's still capitalizing off being a victim. L, you win tonight's dissection. I love that. I love that. You win. Wow. Suji Chick says she's definitely a victim, but now she's a victimizer. Ebony says, that's my thing. I don't think she's a victim. She's a psychopath. It's giving cringy. Wow. Yamkella says she represents what we know as the evil victim, but she's still the victim. Caitlin says she was assaulted, but take back her power. She did what she knew best, to lie. Courtney says if her story she's bringing to the group is child abuse story with her father, then her behavior is sick. Ooh, ooh. Practice. Pishpa says that's practiced. C. Nightshade. Wow, what a beautiful name. It seems as if she's using her white womanhood to gain these women's sympathy. Zoe says, look at how her baggage is aligned with the other white woman's bag and is far from the black woman's bag. All right. Rary says her mom ruined her dad's life without flinching. She's learned that she can lie, manipulate, and get away with murder. Ladies and gentlemen, and my non-binary babies, I thank you so much for joining me in this dissection. If at this point you did not know about my Patreon, we will be dissecting the feature film Parasite, the Oscar-winning film by Bong Joon-ho, Wednesday, July 29th at 7 p.m. EST, only in my Patreon. Make sure you sign up. Any writers in the room, script consultations available right now on my Patreon. We do an extra stream every Sunday, the Boozy Brunch Sunday on my Patreon. You guys can sign up right now for $5. Bear mad tings. Bear mad. Everyone else, my general admission, my beautiful, beautiful public audience, I will be back every Thursday for Thursday Nightly, happening at 8 p.m. live EST on this channel, talking about the week's largest topic. I usually don't know what that topic is until the day of, because celebrities are always doing something really illogical and really stupid. I thank everyone for joining me tonight. What a great time. We have one more slide. Gotcha, didn't I? You thought you was gonna leave. You missed the last one, bitch. Christine says, yes, I see how the white women are aligned with dark colored pants, bags, and crossed legs. Woo! Light Mission says, this is a great example of the Karen phenomenon. They will call the manager quickly. We got the last slide and we end right here. They switch colors. Arabella now wearing a muted red. Theo has gone completely muted colors, gray, beige, matching the color of the room, disappearing, quiet. Arabella's wearing more red has approached the room, right? But she's not sitting directly in the middle of these doors anymore, and that empty chair is completely gone. She dove in. She chose a side. She chose a side, and she's choosing Miss Theo for healing. Odd choice, knowing what she did in her childhood. Odd choice. We'll see why later. So this may not ultimately be the answer she needs, but it's something that's working for our girl right now. Is Arabella in danger? Is Arabella in danger? Did she choose the side of Theo, leaving Terry behind as her former safety and superhero? Before you got in here, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Again, I thank you guys so much for being here. We need pain off of our girl. We need these wounds to lift up off our girl, right? We need them gone. You guys have been incredible. You guys have been so incredible. I thank you so much for being here. I'll see you Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST for Thursday Nightly. Bye.